Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to episode 3 of the America's Tour. This week we are here in my home state of North Carolina at the Charlotte Motor Speedway for the Charlotte Roval, the Bank of America Roval 400. Myself and Riker are here. Logan, not feeling too well, decided not to put an in-car mic on today, as we have a new in-car camera. Juan Santo in the number 99 Wendy Chevrolet is going to take over for this one. He's got road course experience, not really road course experience in a stock car, but he's really damn good on these road courses, so we're going to see what he can do. As for myself and Riker, we're going to hang on for dear life, because of course we will.
You know the location, but I'm the one who kind of has the aptitude for road courses, so it might even out roughly. I'm not sure, but as for Juan Santo, yeah, you don't quite win the 24 Hours of Le Mans twice and run it damn near 20 consecutive years without knowing your way around some right-handers. He's kind of like our own little SVG, but he's more used to, well, ironically, sequential gearboxes, paddle shifters. So
I mean, this is a track also with this new layout that they've put in for us. I'm not even used to this yet, so I can't imagine somebody who hasn't even ran on the old course coming here. I mean, he looked pretty decent in practice. I think he was 21st quickest. Obviously, he has a couple laps here. I believe it's 10 minutes. I could be wrong, as he's going to miss the braking point, but save it by slamming the gears down. Just some things that I think we're going to have to get used to out here. He's definitely going to have to get used to. The qualifying is split in half, so this is Group B. So he's going to get ready to go here. He's going to try to give himself a really good run out of the final corner. Does just
wonder
that.
Wonder if him jamming down the gears wasn't force of habit from his days driving stuff like GT1s and Le Mans prototypes, where you can just do that because the engines are designed to go the distance. And NASCAR engines are too, but you still don't want to do that for a whole race.
Yeah, you can money shift and blow these pretty easily, so he's going to have to be careful with that, because I'm sure... Oh boy! His teammate SVG has told him. Yeah, that curb got me pretty good too. He's going to get a really good run into this corner. A little too much of a good run, actually. Going to push it a little wide. But he's going to nail that hairpin corner, which has gotten the best of me quite a few times. He's a little free there.
I've about gotten that hairpin down. It's the chicanes for me. It's not even the chicanes themselves. It's the stupid-ass, like, landmine they put on the exit. That just, like... I drive race cars, not box spring mattresses.
Well, I think you drive a mix of both for right now. It's not the prettiest first lap for him. He was pretty tidy through the bus stop there. Slamming these gears again, I think that's probably the way for us to drive this, Riker, if we're taking anything from this. Good exit there. To 27.269 for him. I think he can probably get down to a 26 or so. Lots of curb there for Juan Santo. Really pushing it through here. Hear him again. Working on the gear. Doesn't want to get too much curb that time. Does not too shabby there.
He's going to have just an obstacle here. They might get out of the way. They're not getting out of the way.
He'll just
It's not going to matter if Thomas O'Reilly gets out of the way.
I think he probably needs to swing a little wider there. He's going to keep trying to cut it short. I think...
Yeah, that's how you can... That line is how you might make a pass through that hairpin, but that's not ideal for a lap time.
Absolutely not.
You're allowed to go down there? What?
Do you not know that?
No.
It's probably worth a couple tenths.
I've already been yelled at for cutting a couple of other corners that seems so inconsequential, like turn 2, so, you know. Turn 3, not 2. You can't
NASCAR
cut 2.
2
There's
or
a
like actual
freaking
turn 2?
I meant 3.
A little bit of a bobble there for him.
Like, you don't really cut 1. Obviously, you literally can't cut 2, and I threw myself off because there's just a fucking wall. I've cut this one once and got yelled at.
Cut that one?
Yeah, I turned in too early and then I got loose on entry, so it was either I cut this turn or I cut my car in half, flex tape style.
Right side.
As he's gonna blow the 50's doors off.
Cannot get a break in that section. They're the exact same place.
Leaders in the pits.
Well, now he went too late and did not clip the apex of the hairpin.
The leader is a 24.638. I don't think Juan Santo's getting down there, but
No.
he's not looking too shabby here. He's just gonna have to try to nail this last chicane. Slamming the gears. A lot more curb through the first one, but a better run out of the second one. It's going to be a 26.8 for him. Because I think he's got to remember here that he can return to the pits, get some more tires on it, and then go back out.
Alright, let's lay down a burner.
13 minutes remaining. Going to give it one more shot here is Juan Santo.
Listen, buddy, we don't need perfect, just fast and clean.
TJ giving him some tips there. You heard him. We don't need perfect, just fast and clean. We're going to see how fast and clean Juan Santo can be here. Still with traffic in his way. I think that might be the 50 again. And it is.
50, I don't even believe showed up to the first 2 races of the season.
Left side,
Did not.
clear left.
And that's Madison Palmer.
Clear left side.
Okay. Turn in on Juan.
She's a little bit of a feisty one.
I think that
Nothing
is
like a vert wheel or a cut
ooh, a
wild,
little too
but
much throttle
definitely,
there on the halfway point. Fresh tires. Now having a little bit better understanding of what he's going up against here. This is going to be pretty interesting to see how Juan Santo attacks this stuff now. Now that he knows a little bit more. I'm really thinking that the curbs, him not attacking the curbs might be quicker. Just because, like, he did, I mean, obviously he wasn't carrying as much speed, but he didn't really hit the curbs there, and the car didn't seem unsettled. It seemed genuinely stable.
As I've already been trying to avoid those curbs, like they are the literal plague, so...
See what he's able to do this time around on those fresh tires. I wish we had a Delta. That's one thing I wish we had here in TAT, was a Delta. Just to see, you know, whether he's up or down on his time. I'm not a betting man, but right now I would bet that he's probably up. Probably will be because of this section alone. A lot more speed carried.
He'll be up by virtue of there's nobody in his way. Well, he's not up anymore.
It's alright, he's going to have one more chance here.
He's gonna have a few more chances. He's got 11 minutes left on the clock.
See what he's able to do. We'll go for a longer episode here. I don't want to short his track time, but that's a little too much rotation there from that 99 car. Let's just make sure he does not get a corner cutting penalty, because he wasn't cutting a corner. He was out of shape. A little bit of a different look to the 99 machine this week. There's a reset button, if you were wondering. I just broke that fifth wall. If you hit look up.
Fourth wall.
fifth wall, third wall, fourth wall. I don't fucking care. One of them. If you push up,
the walls down.
if you push up on the D-pad, it will reset you. That's not a good run out of that corner, but that's okay. Because I think it's about the same speed. That curb unsettles the car for sure. Heard him get way out of the throttle. I'm not really sure. I haven't experimented with the paint. Have you?
No.
Yeah, I kind of want to avoid that section at all costs. One for an earlier braking point, maybe remembering running wide. Much better there for Juan Santo.
Oh.
That was obviously not ideal.
Pinstripe, I guess. I was about to call it Darlington stripe. Now that's not for a few weeks now, Riker.
It's more than a few weeks, driver. That's a good chunk.
That's like a few months, yeah.
That's gonna be a lot better lap for Juan Santo. A 25.9. I think that's a pretty sporty lap for him. I don't think he's gonna get too much towards SVG.
No, that's 9/10 he's gained.
See where he's going to be at on the charts. 6th in Group 2 for Juan Santo, 1.63 off of SVG, who 24.3. That's a pretty good lap there. Obviously, Hugo not too far off of him with a 25.2. Apparently my times were counted in Group A, so we will see overall. I'm a little bit off of you. That's not too bad, but 10th for Juan Santo on road course debut against SVG and us, who have experience at road courses and stock cars. Maybe not necessarily with this next gen car. This is the first time that we've ran it in TAT, but a top 5 for you. That's still pretty sporty. We go look for our other normal candidates. Nico 18th.
12th. What the?
It's kind of crazy. Bo Duke 11th.
Yeah, there's a lot of veterans near the top. TAT veterans
Thrasher
take
35th.
up most of the top 15.
Did not get a good lap in. 11 seconds off the pace.
He has not had a great relationship with the front row motorsports car so far.
23rd for Luke Duke. Logan 21st. Not too bad for him. Obviously somebody who has experience in the NASCAR, not with us, but not in the next gen. So this is going to be pretty wild. I'm looking forward to seeing what Juan Santo is able to do in this next gen machine. Racing the next gen car on a road course versus qualifying the next gen car on a road course is significantly different. Also, can we talk to our people that grid the cars? Because the 99 was way faster than the 01, and they were sitting next to each other on pit road. So I'm a little confused on that. Plug your ears, jet flyover.
I already have earplugs in.
14 lap race here from the Charlotte Roval, so not too bad. I believe we will have to make pit stops. So I'm going to be just ahead of Juan Santo, rolling off P8.
Left side.
Yeah, I think the only non-veteran that's in front, that's in between SVG and Juan Santo is Ellie in the 17.
Ooh, running the outside. Not simple
understeer
for Juan Santo. A little bit of a struggle. He's 3 wide. He's gonna
just give Lando Norris. Ooh.
That's his teammate Lando Norris, who I'm sure has been at least a little bit of a helping hand for Juan. And the outside lane, still no favors to Juan Santo. Oh boy.
Oh, he's gonna destroy the 12 of Chica. He saved that though? I think he just bumped her the right way again afterwards. That was weird.
He's gonna go for a dive. He and Lando Norris on a rookie.
Bernice is gonna have to learn the hard way, he thinks.
Cannot leave that open, especially not to two guys who know how to road race. Not specifically in this car, but know how to road race.
The Trackhouse has put together just a team full of road course
These
drivers.
guys are significantly slower than Juan. Like my breaking point is right where Juan's is, but Juan's just getting to the back of these guys, man. He does not want to ride around, and I can't say that I blame him.
That's a concertina effect. So there's probably one guy who's braking a little differently, and everybody else is having to brake differently because of that. And Juan Santos is not prepared to brake differently. You might still be in qualifying mode. Holy corner exit, Batman.
I'm talking about. He has more momentum at the center of these corners and off than these guys have, and I think it's just going to be the learning curve for him. Is he's going to have to back up his qualifying laps because, you know, this is the race pace and there's other cars out here. There were other cars in qualifying. These guys aren't pushing as hard as they have to in qualifying. I'm having to lock in here a little bit. I'm kind of struggling with the handling on this thing. It isn't as bad as it was.
It's not awful. I'm not as concerned with who I'm around at the moment.
To say it,
You know, I'm
sporty.
yeah, but I'm also near Mark Wild and Taro. The whole JGR conglomerate is kind of in this general vicinity.
Left side. Clear left.
Santo was a lot gentler on the cars in front of him that time, not necessarily his. A little bit of a nick to the left front there for the number 99 Wendy's machine. SVG right now still your leader. Has not changed out front. The 20 now resides in second. I think you're maybe third.
I believe so. I can't see out my windshield. I don't know if there's an... I assume I must be in third if there's nobody else in front of Taro in between him and Shane.
Currently have a JJ West behind me, who is quicker than me and letting me know it. Monsanto learning from watching everybody in front of him what line he needs to take. Maybe a little too much throttle there leading into that corner as the 16 is driving away, but you know, Bodu, somebody that has not been terrible on road courses in TAT, so
He also just has a lot of experience. As I was trying to say out of qualifying, basically the only non-veteran of TAT in between Juan and SVG is Ellie. Because around me, or around there, we have you. You have JJ West, you have Luke Duke, you have Taro, Mark Wild, all of those names from even the early days of the Americas Tour. I forgot what gear he was in by what I just heard there.
yeah. Something that is also different on this next gen car compared to what he's sure to, I'm like used to driving, I'm sure, is, you know, these things, they're not as bad, I would say, as maybe some GT cars are with the downshifting and getting all that rev feedback. Not as much rev matching required in this thing.
I'm not familiar with that term.
With rev match, so like effectively, if I'm correct, I think it, like, as you're shifting, like, kind of have to match like with the throttle to kind of keep it stable. I could be wrong. I'm not too familiar with it. It's not really something I've had to do. I missed a curb while I was yapping, and JJ West just went by me.
And Juan Santo did not miss that curb.
It's all good. Adds a little bit of an element to this race for him. I mean, we talked about rookie mistakes. Somebody who doesn't have too much, you know, too much feel in this car. I mean, literally, we've done a super speedway in a mile and a half, and that's not going to help him on this road course. Right back to the curbs, though, a ballsy one is Juan Santo.
Yeah, I get what you mean, though. That's more of a touring car thing, but you do see it in GTs sometimes. I don't remember the exact name for the term, but that's kind of a thing you do with basically to manipulate the differential on a car. By having throttle down, it prevents weight from distributing too much. On a mid-engine car, which is what Juan Santo would be mostly used to driving, that is basically a survival tactic.
His spotter needs glasses. There was nobody to his left side. He was clear.
Unless he was somehow anticipating Piastri would go for that, and he just didn't. I don't think so, though.
Let's do a fuel check. 4 laps of fuel left in the number 99 machine. So we'll see how they're doing. Nobody on pit road just yet.
I think you'd be kind of silly not to split it in half.
Yeah, especially with the wear and tear on the tires that these guys are already feeling. I know I am. Juan is catching back up to the 48. Keith Kilgore.
Not quite a veteran. Like he and Derek are kind of in the boat of like they have a little experience, but I wouldn't call them a veteran in the same way that you or me or Burt Wheeler would be.
Yeah, they've been here, but they haven't been around the block nearly as many times. So some of these tracks that we're going to, it's going to be their first time there, despite being in really good equipment. Don't get me wrong, it's going to be a little different. Juan Santo is really putting the laps down here on Keith Kilgore and this little mini pack in front of him. So I don't know if that's a misshift from the 48 or if that's
him going in, maybe?
Him going in?
Going in. Is he trying to undercut Bernice and Lando, maybe?
Yeah, maybe. I don't. The thing with that, though, and I obviously haven't experienced too much of this, is that going to put him more in traffic than it would, say, waiting a little bit and then pushing?
I think that's a risk you'd have to take to try and sneak into the top 10.
I think Juan Santo already struggling with the handling. They're going to call him into pit, so I think probably a smart move there for Juan to do that. I mean, I can tell he's struggling with the grip on the rear end of that thing. Doing a lot better with his braking points, to say the least, and, you know, the flow of everything.
He's an endurance racer. I think what that amounts to is he was in push mode, but I don't know if he was ever the one who qualified the car in his endurance racing days, or if he's got more of the long run mentality. Other than his brush with the curb, he's been consistent-ish, and hasn't been pushing too much. Maybe he's like me and he's kind of worried to even think of pushing. So.
See him get that thing down to pit road speed, which is 40. He's going to do it right on the money. He's going to pit right in front of your teammate Barbara. I think he definitely lost a little bit of time on pit road there, just not as familiar with where he has to be slowed down by. The 23 definitely gained time on him there. So that is the halfway point. So this is exactly what you were talking about, splitting it in half. I think this has been the right call for Juan Santo. They will take the right sides off of that next gen, switch over to the lefts, get the left sides up and on, There goes the 54. That is somebody that he was fighting with beforehand, I believe. A 13.7 second pit stop.
That was two cars up the road from him before his spin. Oh, this is traffic.
Not the greatest situation for the rookie to find himself in. He's got the 44 in front of him. Now, this might help him in that situation with trying to catch back up to the 48 who performed that undercut. If he's getting held up, as SVG is now in the pit, so that's his Trackhouse teammate. A little bit of a send there from Juan down the inside. He's going to have to use the 48 getting blocked as a pick. It's not really going to work for him. Now this is where I think it's going to get tricky, as the 50 is just going to block Keith Kilgore. Juan Santo does not care. He will take the positions any way he can get them, and will do so. So he's going to pass them both into the heavy braking zone here on the back straightaway.
I can't imagine Keith Kilgore is full of many happy words at the current moment.
Oh, not even a little bit. I mean, being somebody who is around Keith all the time at driver meetings with us, or, obviously being somebody who's kind of like a team owner at Hendrick, we have our one-on-ones and our chats, as I like to call them, and somebody that you want to know somebody who is a quiet guy, but somebody who is maybe one of the angriest people I know on the radio, it is Keith Kilgore. As it's going to work out for him, his Trackhouse teammate Lando Norris right in front of him, same way with Bernice, so maybe didn't lose as much time on pit road as I thought he did. Now the advantage that they're going to have is fresher tires. As now here comes the 20 of Taro in for his stop.
And that should round out the pit cycle. I don't think there's anybody who's always stretching it for a 10th lap.
As nope, nobody else is going to go by the 20. He's going to be the leader down the pit lane. As Juan Santo really seems to be getting into a rhythm here. I mean, I haven't seen anything too crazy from him, other than that curb incident, which I feel like he's not pushing it as hard through there. Definitely not messing with that right curb as much as he did. Nice and steady. SVG's going to retake the lead here. Oh, he's going to hit that curb pretty good, though. Not going to matter too much. He's going to manhandle that thing. Hit a 26.0 that time around.
Not super far from his quali time. Only about a 10th-ish off that.
Look at how smooth he is through that middle section now. Talk about it, he's going to catch that curb, but so much tighter, more speed carried through there for the driver 99. More confidence on the brakes there as well. You'll love to see it. It's much more tighter and a more speed carried than Lando Norris, who multi-time F1 race winner, Lando Norris.
F1 race winner versus 24 Hours of Le Mans race winner. And won endurance championships as well, which is that the 24 hours is kind of the bigger achievement, because that is the race, you know?
Yeah, that is the granddaddy of them all, as they say. There's another 26.0 from Juan. He's going to go down the inside of teammate Lando Norris. They're going to make a little bit of contact.
No papaya rules here. Juan Santo's a Mercedes driver. Oscar Piastri punching the air right now.
Oh, a little bit of curve.
Oh, Oscar Piastri's spirit possessed that fucking curve.
Props him for getting that car back under him. A little bit of a cheeky sin there, trying to cover off Lando. Wasn't able to do so safely. Gonna still try to get those tires back under him. Once you get these tires hot, as I'm sure you've experienced yourself, they don't really get happy.
No. I don't think the tires get really happy at all around here. They just kind of decide, okay, I guess I'll listen. It's like malicious compliance, but for race car tires. They listen to what you tell them to because they have to, not because they want to.
So I think Juan has a chance to get Lando still. He's just going to have to take his time, get comfortable again. Maybe not panic too much. I don't think he panicked. I think he's just unsure still of learning how different curbs are going to affect these things. He knows how the turtles do in the bus stop chicane now. He knows that. But that exit curb out of this double right-hander is just a menace to society in a different way. So he's going to slowly go over it that time. Smart.
I almost wonder if he might be better off if he can get it rotated well enough, just not using it, period. That's kind of what I've started to do. I'm just not even running it over. I'm not chancing fate like that. I'm not even going to give the curb an opportunity to spin me if I just don't hit it.
This has been one of Juan's better gainers all race long. Into this corner, we're coming to 2 to go this time. Makes me wonder if Lando's maybe in first gear for that corner, but either way, Juan Santo takes a huge chunk out of that lead, headed into the final chicane. I think we might see a pass for position number 12 out of this corner.
Lando broke himself at that chicane. He managed to get it rotated well enough to make it, but he didn't really get any speed out. Which may once again spell his undoing.
Much better set of corners there for Juan Santo, and he's through for P12. 2 laps to go. Can he fight back into the top 10? He's going to have to pass a vet and a rookie. As that curve is
still
just
says no.
Terrible.
He's going to rejoin into the door of his teammate. And I think I just saw his tire rubbed a little, but I think Lando will be fine.
I think Juan wanted to go for a switch back there, and that's just not going to help. He's not going to lose a spot, but he's definitely going to miss the opportunity on Lando. How bad are his tires? He's at a 49 on the left front, so I would say a little bit of some lockups there from Juan Santo, probably not the most comfortable thing, but as these tires get older on this next gen car, it just becomes harder to handle. Not necessarily looking at his temps overheated, so to speak, that would really unsettle the car, but I know Juan Santo's probably beating himself up inside that car right now for everything that he's worth on having a top 10 if he doesn't make those couple mistakes. White flag this time. SVG is now entering NASCAR 1. He's so far ahead of everybody else. So he's going to get his first. Why do we even
invite that guy?
I don't know. I'm glad he's here from a competition standpoint, but from a driver's standpoint,
competition. This is bullying kids on the playground.
Okay, well we don't have to take it that far. But you're like top 5 right now. You know, you're not losing that bad. I needed this point today. I'm sure you did too.
We're both just kind of trying to recover after goofy Miami, but I'm ahead of you in points by 5.
SVG is going to go through the chicane and take the win. I believe that is going to be Taro P2. UP3, I can't really tell. I'm trying to drive. Juan Santo, I will say this. as somebody who was familiar with his game outside of a stock car. For him to get in this thing, qualify in 10th, and, you know, make 2 mistakes that, I mean, shit, I made worse mistakes at road courses when I was somebody who was getting used to, you know, driving one of these NASCAR stock cars. He would probably wax the floor with me in 3 or 4 races. So a 13th for him is still nothing short of impressive. Obviously, his teammate still gets 12th. They were fighting really hard for Lando Norris. So looking at it, actually, you just got passed by...
I locked up at the bus stop.
That'll do it. So, SVG wins by 4 seconds, almost 5 over Taro. Double that gap, back to the 19. Not too far off are you in 4th. Derek De La Cruz takes 5th. I take 6th. The JJ 7th. That's 3 top 10s for the Hendrick cars. I'm pretty proud of that, especially on a road course. 8th is going to be the 17 of Ellie. 9th for Vert Wheeler, and 10th for Bo Duke. As you see, Ellie getting murdered by Juan
That's
Santo.
Chica.
And oh, is it Chica? That is Chica. I just said
Yeah,
Ellie.
Ellie's
My
the
bad.
17th.
Haha, tee.
Yeah. She didn't even lose any places from that, I don't think. She still ended up in... Well, she lost places. She went down to 17th, but I think part of that was because she fixed the damage she took from it.
11th for Bernice is still fantastic, especially for somebody who, just like Juan Santo, is a rookie and getting used to their equipment. I mean, she outperformed Logan by a pretty good shot from what I'm seeing. 12th.
Yeah, she's even more of a rookie than Juan Santo, because at least Juan Santo has been in long races before. Bernice's experience is exclusively in the Challenge Series itself.
Lando Norris, Juan Santo, 12th and 13th. That is all 3 cars in the top 15 for Trackhouse. That is pretty good for them. See Keith Kilgore, 14th, 15th for the 22 of Yo Watanabe. Just scrolling through here to see the back half of this. Logan 26th, Buck 25th. Thrasher 36th somehow got worse. Yeah, and even just another bad day for Kurt Wilde. I mean, it's really just how. I mean, somebody that we've seen time and time again be pretty quick and give us hell, and he's managing to somehow fuck himself over every single week. It makes you wonder. So that is your standings there. Thrasher 36th, a minute and 10 seconds off the pace. Almost got lapped. Just a quick scroll through for everybody else, man. I am not surprised that SVG won this race. I am surprised by Juan Santo. I'm surprised by Bernice. Bo Duke with a top 10. Fantastic day for him and that colleague machine. I think his other colleague teammate was just inside the top 30 and 27th. So 2 very different days for those colleague machines. Different days for the Spire machines as well. Really, I mean, the RCR cars, even Daniel Ricciardo 31st and Oscar Piastri 20th. So a little bit of a difference there, about 10 spots. That's going to be exciting to see, but I don't know where we are next week. Riker, do you know?
That'd be the Western Swing. We go to Phoenix.
All right, so Phoenix next week for us there. So be sure to check in on us as we will get that coverage for you. I'm not sure who we're going to be on board with, but you can bet that Riker and I will be there. Maybe Logan, depending on how he's feeling. The fact that he drove to 25th, I think it was 26th. Yeah, that's pretty impressive for him. So we hope you guys have a good rest of your evening or whenever you're watching this video, and we will see you in the next one. Peace out, guys.